I don't have 20 plus years to back up my claims or tell you what I did to become successful. I'm 22 years old and a senior in college. If I give you any advice, it's not what I did, it's what I'm doing now that helps me get through the rough patches. We're all going to have different experiences and face different struggles. I know for a fact that we're all placed here on earth to do something great, and when you let the pain or the wrenches and suffering hold you back and eat at you like a bad cancer, you'll never be able to accomplish what you're set forth to do. Sometimes we have to take advantage of the darkest moments in our lives, whether that be a heartbreak or a loss. And remember that this happens to everybody. We're all battling something and facing our own storms and struggles. Keep in mind that you're not alone facing destructions. Part of the battle is taking the fundamental baby steps to rebuild yourself, escape the pain, and come out stronger than before, and in essence become a new version of yourself that you probably didn't even know existed. You have to always remember that life goes on. You have to move on. Go on with your life. Meet people. What's ever damaged you in the past has also changed you as a person for the better. Every single one of us, at one point or another, is going to feel their heartbreak in their chest, taste the lingering pain of loneliness, and actually hear your own soul shatter into a million tiny little pieces. And it's going to feel like nothing can lift up your spirits. I've had days when I didn't want to get out of bed. I wasn't me, at least not the person I am now, which is a good thing. I'm the person that walked out of the storm. There might be moments when the battle lasts longer than you anticipate, and you're going to feel like you're a mindless robot with a numbing sensation that lies so far beneath your skin, and dealing with any pain will feel unbearable. And that's okay. But you need to try your best to get out of that state of mind and look ahead at your journey and take a peek at the path that lies ahead. I wish I could tell you that I can just bounce back from the pain like Superwoman, but I can't. I've struggled. I've fought back tears more times than I can count. It's okay to feel vulnerable. You let yourself take a chance to fall in love and get hurt, and that's something some people never even get to experience. It hurts really bad, but it's gonna hurt in a different way later. Nothing is ever actually in our way. Everything thrown in front of you is a mere obstacle that's meant to be hopped over. When you go in, it's not gonna be easy. It's going to be hard. And when it feels like you can't make it through anymore, you have to tell yourself, I can do this. I can push through. I'm not placed in any situation that I'm not bound to handle. I look at some of the wisest people in my life. They've experienced so much. Whether that be your mom, a friend, a mentor, coworker, whoever. Find someone that inspires you and believes in you. Feeling every emotion is what makes us human, and the way we choose to approach each tough situation is what's going to form our unique identities. It's not about how much you've been through or comparing your troubles to someone else's. It's not about jumping the rigorous rivers to get to the other side. It's swimming through that fearful current and breaking free from the intense emotions that hold us back from being the best possible versions of ourselves. We need to continuously be looking forward because the storm is going to end. Taking the tiniest steps will get us a little closer to where we're supposed to be going. You'll find your joy again, I promise. You have to have something that drives you. What pushes you? What's your why? What are your inspirations? The goal that you set out has to be real. It has to come from below the surface and blend in with your DNA. This is something you want. What passions do you have that are going to make you successful? If you know what you want deep down, then there's not a single storm that will have the ability to knock you off your course. When you truly dedicate yourself to push through the battle and know this is what I need to do, then you'll achieve your greatness. Your own dream has to move you, and you have to believe in yourself 100%. When you start thinking, hey, I'm starting to believe I'll be okay, that's when life can't stop you. Nothing can. Some moments will be harder than others, and life might blindside you with a solid dagger right through your chest. But if you can breathe through the suffering a little longer and remember what makes you go, you'll be okay. It's not the dark moments that define you. It's the way you evaluate the rough situations and push through and choose the best road to become stronger and better than the way you were before. It's how we walk out of the storm that characterizes our true intentions and self-identities. It's not usually the best experience at the time, but it's a good experience. You won't come out to be the person you were before, and you're not supposed to. We're all going to relieve a part of us that has been waiting to come out. It doesn't matter what the others say. They'll tear you up. People are going to lie to you. They will ridicule you, and they will break you. Forget them. Forget their insecurities. They don't deserve your time or attention. But you have to remember the people in your life that lift you up, that stay through the dark moments, that motivate you, and embrace every single one of your aspirations. These are the ones to surround yourself with when you decide to move forward. You're not supposed to know how the story goes, but you are the narrator, so you do have the choice of which direction you take the next chapter. Follow your intuition and walk down the path that is worthy of your story, and never turn back. Never look back at the people that hurt you. Keep moving forward. The small steps are the most courageous ones. When you look back at what you've been through and the way you've survived to become a better version of yourself, that's when you're going to be thankful for that storm.